Hey, thanks for being on such a crazy journey with me on Home Cold here. As you can see, I am in a different location because it has been a while that, number one, that I've made an episode of this, and there was kind of a reason with it. I still needed to find some healing for myself, and that's kind of what I want to, what this episode is about. Talking about plans of moving forward, what I did to help take care of myself. I'm going to go into those deeper tools to help others, what to look for in people that are around you, survivors, advocates. I have a couple people that I'm going to be interviewing. I would love to do more. So if you know of anyone, you are someone that has been in this situation, then by all means reach out, because I think that the more people that know about what's going on and different things, different signs to look for, there do seem to be some patterns with it, but just different things. And one of the things, and why I started doing this at all, is because I kept thinking of, what can really, really help me. Well, I have been, for the last 30 years, I am a massage therapist and an intuitive, energetic healer. I am a metaphysician, I'm a hypnotist, I'm an esthetician. I have all these things where I give to others and help them to be well in body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so that's what I do. So in this whole process for this, I thought, well, what makes me feel good? Well, helping you makes me feel good. It's part of what is within me to have my identity, or however you want to word that, but to be me. And so I really thought a lot, should I do just a local group, something like that? Because crazy enough, where I live, it's pretty prevalent, unfortunately, with a couple certain religions. It's very prevalent. Not that I'm dealing with the religious aspect of it, but I guess kind of I am, because what I'm going to talk a little bit more about as well is how this started in B, and I'm also going to kind of talk a bit, and I'm going to share that stuff now with you. With the previous season, I really still felt that it was important to keep the people protected that I was talking about. There have been some other occurrences that have happened now, and I don't think it's important to keep them protected anymore. So I am going to share who I'm talking about. So if you do know who I am, then you'll really know who this is. I probably still won't share names. I'll probably share first names. But it's just time to have this stuff come up, and in my way of helping you more and of helping myself more is to really have these open dialogues of mental health. And there are so many different aspects of mental health, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've really learned with this, especially, and I know I talked about it a little bit last season, but that weaponized counselor speak, oh man, I think that is an epidemic, which is sad, sad, sad. So anyway, this is my son we're talking about, and I'm sure you could kind of gather that, yes, it was someone close to me, but it's my son. And we always had those age-appropriate open lines of discussion right up until all of this happened. And the only change that happened, well, I'm going to talk a bit about too of something that I think really set him up. And that is, there were two things with it. And one of those, I don't want to blame this other person, but I am going to bring it up. And I'm going to do an episode on that as well, of how people word things. And so, and it just as a quick example of wording things, of years ago I had this holistic health practitioner tell me that you need to give more. Well, I interpreted that as I've got to give. So I never had any money because I gave it all away. I gave everything. I gave. I gave my time. I gave everything. Well, as you can well imagine, I burned out very, very, very quickly with that. And instead of saying, give more, there is power in saying things like, man, sharing what you have is good. Remembering to take care of yourself as well. That would have been so much more positively impactful on me than give more. It's a very, very different of interpretation of the words there, and how being clear with what you actually mean really makes a difference as well. So there's an episode on that I'm going to talk about as well. Yeah, you know, thank you for being here with me as well, and thank you for being a part of this shift and change for non-living in fear, for being open to not being manipulated, all of it, you know, the brainwashing, the ugly parts of, oh man, so much, right? Okay, so I will talk more about this, and I'm going to weave this through so much, but how did I care for myself during that last year? Number one, doing that first season. Absolutely. So beneficial for me to at least talk about some of the things going on. How else did I do it? I read a lot. I didn't read anything big and heavy. Man, I read so many romance novels and just silly, mindless things like that. I lived so much in different times, and my husband would come home and say, "What century are you in today?" You know, so he knew that that's how I was really coping with what was going on. I admitted to stress eating. I knew I was doing it, and I would just say, okay, well, I'm going to stress eat. And for me, that was a lot of French fries and ice cream. Still one of my favorite meals. I wish that we could just permanently live off of things like that and be super, super healthy, right? But then it probably wouldn't be as fun to eat. I don't know on that, but that's what I did. And the difference with it is I knew I was doing it, and I admitted to doing it to myself and to others. And that made a really big difference. So there wasn't that guilt and shame, or that mass amount of guilt and shame associated with, oh my God, you know, I have to sneak in doing this. I just openly admitted it. Right, so there are a lot of other things, and there are, I'll pull out some stories. So that's kind of it. You might find me outside more like this, especially because right now it's summertime. Apart from when the planes are going overhead and neighbors' dogs are barking, which they're not right now. We've got a chicken, must be laying an egg. you know, it's nice and peaceful out here. So I'd like to bring you along into the space that I have as well, that is part of what has really helped me as well. So I'm going to try and be in different spaces since it's going to be a hot one today, so I have to do it before the sun hits, because that too will ruin my tech. I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Thank you. Please share this with your friends. Share this with any alternative health practitioners, mental health practitioners, people that are in the meditative space, people that are in the trauma recovery, whatever. Anyone that feels like shit and needs some fucking help, man. How about that? Anyone that has been a victim of a cult, anyone that's looking for tools to get out, I'm going to try and find more and more people with that. Everything I've learned so far is there's jack shit you can do, and you just got to be patient and still just love them. Still just love them. And love yourself along the way. So, this is it. This is moving on beyond season 1. And as you can see, I haven't cried. It still might come up. Don't worry about that. It still might just come up that I need a good cry. It does still happen. It does. Well, thank you. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye.